In 2016, thousands of protesters across Europe took to the streets against transatlantic trade deals CETA and TTIP.
Both deals saw unprecedented hundreds of thousands of demonstrators in different capital cities and so on and so forth throughout Europe. Unprecedented levels of mobilization. Massive amounts of people protesting.
Although the EU has trade agreements with countries worldwide, transatlantic deals are increasingly becoming politicized. Why is that? That's what the Jean Monnet Network on Transatlantic Trade Politics aims to decipher.
We as a network are now curious to try and embark on a more thorough, deep digging type of explanation.
This project brings together a group of scholars from 5 different universities to study the increasingly contentious trade agreements in Europe and countries across the Atlantic, such as Canada, Mexico, and the United States.
Trade has never been uncontentious because there's important economic interests at stake. But recently, on both sides of the Atlantic, what we have seen is that trade agreements have been debated far more broadly, not just by the immediate economic stakeholders, but by broader parts of society. And the arguments that we have seen in these debates were not just economic arguments, but also arguments that engaged the very perception, values, identities of the participating societies.
The research being done aims to understand why trade relations between the European Union and its partners, those across the Atlantic as well as those in Europe, such as Britain, are increasingly politicized and contentious, and how this politicization impacts trade policy. The research findings will be relevant to academia, policymakers, businesses, and civil society.
There is the uncertain consequences of these trade deals for democracy, social and cultural norms, which make them highly emotional and contentious.
The Jean Monnet Network on Transatlantic Trade Politics looks at the drivers of this politicization of trade. We want to look at trade not just as a policy issue, but as an issue of politics that engages questions of political engagement, political debate, political mobilization, and political discourse.
This network is partly funded by the Erasmus Programme of the European Union. It's being hosted by the Center of European Studies at Carleton University with partners from the University of Antwerp in Belgium, Bates College in the US, Paris Lodron University of Salzburg in Austria, and the University of Warwick in the UK.